No.
Why?
Well, I think it's an immoral tax. I fought for the elimination of the food tax when I was governor as part of tax reform. We got it almost all the way off. One of my regrets is that we didn't get it all the way off. So that's my feeling. I did what I believed in, and I worked with a broad-based coalition of people from different corners of politics, and we worked very hard over 2 years to get that taken down. No. Construction for roads has an inflationary element that's about 7%. The gas tax gives us about 1% against that. That's unsustainable. So we're going to have to figure out some other way to deal with the cost of construction and infrastructure, roads. The gas tax isn't going to cut it. So we need to think new about that. But no, we're not going to raise the gas tax. That has to be looked at very carefully. As with anything, the public has to be part of any discussion as it relates to dipping into services. I don't believe in picking winners. The government should not be in the business of picking winners. We're going to have a discussion about this sometime, but as we do, the public needs to weigh in, and I think it's going to have to be driven by some overriding principles of the government not choosing winners and not taxing inputs. I think what the legislature has done is right. I commend them for it. It'll be up for a vote later this year. And I think bringing education spending current with enrollment increases and inflation on a routine basis is a good call. And I say that because it's done anyway, routinely. And if we're doing it anyway, and if it's the right thing to do for education spending, I think making it an express part of how we proceed constitutionally is acceptable. 100%. We're not going anywhere. We've done our federal service. It was honored to serve when the president asked us before to go to the most sensitive diplomatic post we have in the world in China. A president not even of my party. Well, I was raised and taught to serve your country, just like my kids are doing in the military. And it was the hardest decision we ever made, but we made it. We've done our service. We're here to stay. And the most important work that we can and will do is right here in rebuilding in the post-COVID environment. I'd rather be a musician.
Awesome. Do you play an instrument?
I do. Yeah, I'm a failed musician. So if I had succeeded as a rock musician, I wouldn't be sitting here with you today. I'd be in the garage practicing. Anything dealing with economic development, you earn your way through. This should not be on the backs of taxpayers. This should be a shared responsibility for those who are going to help in building the inland port, those who are going to use the inland port, namely the private sector. So I see the inland port not just as a cost, but I see it as a generator of our future and revenue in our future. Being governor of Utah was the best job I ever had. It was the highest honor for me and my family. And I just hope people understand that. I think it was reflected in what we did and the work we did. When we were reelected, we got the highest numbers ever in the history of the state. We carried every county, all 29 in this state for the first time ever. And it's a reflection of what we did, and I think it foreshadows what we will do again in a very, very important time. There's never been a more important period in our state's history than what we're staring down right now over the next decade.